And welcome back to a happening new video over common formulas. I like to call these equations actually. Formula is kind of like what you put in a baby's mouth and it comes out 30 minutes later in the diaper looking the same way as it went in. Blech, hashtag babies are gross. Make sure to like and subscribe. Smash that like and subscribe button, and make sure to get the subscribers up to one. All right. It's the last time Miss Cartwright ever let him record a video. uh, we are doing common formulas. This is why you want to know how to do literal equations, right? These are all the equations that many of them that we use. A lot of smart people got together and kind of like looked at the way the world works, especially in terms of geometry. Like, hey, this is ultimately how you find the perimeter of a rectangle, circumference of a circle, area of a rectangle, and so on and so forth, right? These are helpful equations, and when I'm referring to kind of what's happening here, it's going to go back and forth. Yeah, it will. Okay, here and ultimately here, right? This is stuff that we're going to want to know. So use this. Make sure anything that I write down, you write down, and let's get started. So we have this equation: circumference equals 2 times 2 pi times radius. You've seen this before. That's this one here. And what they're asking us to do is solve, and we use this word, right? Again, we're going to go back to this word solve. Isolate. Let's get r by itself, right? Let's get r by itself. Well, to get r by itself, at the end of this, we're going to want r equals whatever's happening over here. We can write this as c, and I'll spread this apart here as 2 times pi, right, times radius. Well, pretty easy money here. What is the inverse operation of multiplication? Well, it is division, and we're going to use that division property of equality. I'm going to go ahead, my friends, and then I'm going to divide by both 2 and pi. I can divide that whole package. I don't have to divide separately. I'm going to divide both the 2 and pi from both sides of the equation, and circumference over 2 times pi, right? That's a 1. That's a 1. 1 times r is just going to be r. And all that we have left is the isolated, right? We've moved things around. I have circumference equals 2 pi. Or circumference divided by 2 pi is radius. My friends, that's a wrap for that slide. Word problems are fun, right? You see all those words? Don't look at all the words. Just go to, all right? My favorite part about a word problem, or we're not in ELA class. We don't need your life story. My favorite part about a word problem is the question mark. When we're talking about this concept of algebra 1, even advanced algebra, whatever it is we're doing this year, algebra has a lot to do with the variables, right? Like, what are we trying to find? What is the unknown? What are we trying to find? You hear the word that's common when I ask those questions. It's this word, what. Okay? If they're asking you what about something, they don't know what it is. That's going to be your variable. Whenever you see that what, if they knew it already, they wouldn't be asking you to find it. So what is the average? Where's my little pen? I lose it? There it is. It's over there. Who cares? I didn't color over anything important. Average rate. Okay? Average rate. I'm going to go up a couple slides. Let's see if we can find something that has a rate in it. Here we go. There's rate. So I'm guessing I'm going to be using this distance equals rate times time equation for what I'm doing here. Okay? I'm going to go back down, see if I can find distance in time. It's like a word search. Oh, shoot, there it is. Right? Distance. Okay? Let's see if I can find time. Well, I don't see the word time, but this 120 days, right? It talks about days. Days is time. So I've got distance, I've got rate, and I've got time. So I'm going to use this equation. D equals rate times time. And they're asking you, what is the average rate? They want you to solve for or isolate your rates. Okay? So let's go ahead and kind of write down like what we do have. Take an inventory. I have a distance. My distance that I travel, the monarch butterfly travels, who cares about all these other words? I just want what's important, is 1,700. Make sure you keep your units consistent here. Miles. Okay? I'm going to write that. 1,700 miles. My rate, I don't know what it is, but it does give me a time of 120 days. Now I'm going to use this time, right, to isolate for rate. I'm going to put the t, because it's being multiplied by r. If they're stuck together, that's multiplication. I'm going to use the division property of equality to create an identity, right? T divided by t, doesn't matter what it is. It's a 1. 1 times r is r. So therefore, my friends, rate is distance over time. And now I have everything I need to substitute back into my original equation. I've got 1,700 divided by 120. I do not have a calculator. You're welcome to use one. I'm going to just use some math skills here. I've got 2 zeros at the end. So that's a power of 10 I can get rid of here. Right, so I'm left with 170 divided by 12. I'm going to have 12 going to 17 once. 1 times 12 is 12. 5, 0. You guys need this practice anyway. 12 goes into 50. Find my little red dot. Where is it? There it is. 4 times. 4 12s in 50. 4 times 12 is 48. I'm out of whole numbers here, so I'm going to have a decimal left over. Right now, remainders. We're in 8th grade. Drop a 0. 12 goes into 20 once. And here's where it's important to read like the whole problem, because I don't need to keep dividing up. I'm done, guys. It's asking for nearest mile, and I'm going to add to the word to that whole. It doesn't want a decimal. It doesn't want a fraction. Whole mile, right? And 12 is going to go into 14 one time. That's going to round us, right? My average rate a day. Now if we're doing an about or a nearest, I'm going to make a wavy equal sign. 14, right? Because if it's below a 5, I'm going to round that next number to the left down, or keep it the same, really. I'm just not going down to 13. That would be ridiculous, right? But 14 miles a day.